this frigate refit is going to be able to take it out if it can get over there in front of it. These rains, nonetheless, are going to provide a nice bit of firepower against this guy, and we'll see how long this frigate can hold out against these four. So you can see that this guy is really not taking a lot of damage from four of those guys, but at the same time, it's not going to be able to sit there and tank it forever. In the end, they may... looks like Xerjel's going to have to retreat off a bit, and this frigate is really being able to take a lot more damage than I expected it would be able to. Boggz is not going to win this engagement, per se, until his reinforcements arrive, but one-on-one, this frigate refit versus these rains really did a number on them. Oddly enough, I was expecting, say, some of these rains to do their faceplates, and the first loss of the... So, the loss is going towards Xerjel, so one of his ships down and out. He's lost a mining freighter, so this is now starting to look to be a bit in Xerjel's favor. I don't know what Xerjel is doing with them, these mining freighters, and he now catches them too, moving them back up into safety. And so, waiting on another Laval to come out. Boggz with hanging out over here, letting Xerjel keep his mining station. I think what he's doing here, and this is a sneaky tactic on his part, he's letting Xerjel think that this is free to mine again, and so maybe he'll send some mining freighters, and those will be free pickings. Nonetheless, that doesn't happen, and he decloaks and starts going after the constructor. This is probably the better move, though not as Romulan sneaky as what I was suggesting. Taking out this constructor really going to hurt this base, leaving it all by itself. They have this if they keep the right movement autonomy and keep within firing range. A little bit of micromanaging you have to do here. If you do if you just mark a ship for attack, your ships tend to sort of jerkily follow it, and they'll tend to get out of range, losing precious firing seconds, and that looks like what happened there. One of the ways of overcoming that is if you move your ships slightly before. Oh, and here goes Xerjel pulling off a cloak detect with the Lavals coming in, trying to take out these other rains. He's got trio rains coming in, trying to provide a little bit extra fire, and this one rain is decloaked. Got a bit of shields down. It is so almost dead. This guy is going to lose. Oh, I don't know what he's going to do here. So Boggz trying to maybe get a redirect fire, and he's going to save this one ship. Wow, a lot of just excellent maneuvers there, doing as best as he can, taking the damage squarely across everything. He's lost one ship. He needs to get this one rain out of there. It's got its phase plates up, which is going to provide a lot of tankage to it, and it is just so close to being dead, but also so close to being within range of these turrets. And wow, okay, so excellent play by Boggz here, moving as many of his ships into range of this. I think he lost 2 of his rains, and that's going to be a bit of a loss for him. And so here he's got his frigates going after Xerjel's rains, and here is another. So Xerjel losing a ship. This scout coming in, providing actually a little bit of distraction from firepower. Either that was intentional or not, it actually does. You can actually use your scouts as to supplement your tanking force. If you can move it in, it'll draw fire. Since it's one of the lowest priority targets, ships will automatically fire at it. We're talking like small tactics here, but at the same time, it does provide just that extra little bit. And when you just need that extra little bit, it can make a little bit of a difference. So here we have Boggz getting his ships back into repaired. Looks like he's producing another rain to keep his rain force up, and still he is mining on this dilithium moon here. It's going to give him a little bit of extra resources. Now this is an interesting placement for this starbase. as far as... And maybe Boggz sees that because it looks like he is deconstructing that. And he's actually going to turn around to make that a warbird yard. I still think the same criticism applies here. It's a bit out of... small things again. It's a bit out of range of this turret here. So if it was, say, maybe back here, it would provide a little bit of extra cover on the yard versus being able to have an enemy attack it from here. Not too big of a loss in the sense that if someone's attacking your warboard yard, they probably have a decent amount of fleet, and if the simple repair doesn't work, repairing your ships around it doesn't work, you're in a bit of a mess here. However, Xerjel moving in to try to deny him this warboard yard, we should see really what he's going to end up doing. I think they're going to go after this one frigate, or not. I don't know. They need to make a decision really quickly. They're going after the rain. Wow! And somehow this Laval class just got hammered coming out of Cloak. At the same time, you can see the Laval special going off and just damaging the crap out of this one frigate. And there that sucker goes. And now the battle is on. Phase plates going off, trying to get a little bit of repair going on. You can see that it's doing a lot of tankage, giving these rains nice staying power. Boggz trying to go after this Laval, injured as it is. Wow, and somehow that thing just took a beating all of a sudden with those, with I don't know what. It seemed to come out of nowhere. Xerjel fighting off, really in a bad position here now that Boggz has reinforced his fleet with a couple of other his ships, and he's really got that starbase, and he's using that very, very effectively. Actually, these Lavals are Boggz, and so Boggz managing to field a pair of Lavals, a pair of Rains, another one repairing, and this frigate, all of them providing a lot of firepower in one place, giving him really a decisive win here. So here we see Xerjel trying to come up. Xerjel with just a frigate refit of his own, and now we are on Xerjel's territory, and Xerjel disruptor field going off. We should see a cloak detect coming very shortly. There it is. Not going to get the ship though. Really, really, really need to make sure that when you take out the ships, because a ship that gets away is another it's a repaired ship. You don't get to keep that progress. That ship needs to die, or you're going to see it another day. So we can see now that a Norexian coming up. Boggz moving into later game ships. Oddly enough, Xerjel hasn't expanded on this expansion much, feeling probably a little bit of pressure to field offensive ships, and at this point, I think that what Xerjel should do here is you go for another star yard. Stay in the mid-game units. As Boggz is producing these later game units, he is going to be hurting in the economy. Boggz now does actually have all three mining freighters on this dilithium moon, so he does have a bit of a better economy. But I don't think he has a full late game economy yet that she can support constant battleship production, because he's going to be stymied a little bit on that. You can see that he's not able to produce another generic class ship, and so his production at the moment is a bit stalled. At this point, that's where I think that Xerjel could make up a lot of ground in that he just protect a couple. Here we go. So Boggz trying to make a little bit of a raid, getting some success off into that. One of his ships getting cloak detected, and Boggz trying to get away. This is just trading phaser fire here, and you can see the metaphasic disruptor going off, taking huge chunks out of that shields. Nonetheless, these ships are all the same speed, so there's not really much gain here. Boggz just running down. Looks like he could make a pass at some of these. A special going off, unfortunately taking on the mining yard. And so this one ship of Xerjel's looks like the repair going off. And all of a sudden, the tides have turned. Boggz is actually looking to move